So welcome back to the adventure. So this time what we want to do is take a look at sound. So sound is something that's been causing us a bit of a problem so far, in that we know we need custom sound, but we have lots of problems because we can only have so many in Bedrock. So because of that, it means that we can create music discs, but we run out pretty quickly. So there's about... I can hear the wardens over there. So there's about 265 or so sounds in TangoTek 2. So we've got to find another way of doing it. And I've tried every way, I've looked at everything, and I think the only thing we really have left is to use command blocks, unfortunately, to do this. And that means we've got to go to the music room area, which is kind of up here. I'm going to get lost. Okay, so let's have a look at where we are. So there's a music room all the way over here. All the way at the end. And down the bottom there's a music room. So the moment we have our heartbeat sensor all the way over here. If I do a lot of jumping. So you see that line going up there, that's going to a 2 jukeboxes, which is giving us our heartbeat sensor. And then what that was decommissioned by Tango, and what we have instead is a whole music room. So I recommissioned it so we could do some stuff. And then down here we have the audio room. So really in the audio room is everything. For all the sounds, if we just drop all the way down. So for all the sounds in the game, so you can see all the cards here, evasion, nimble looting, all these things here. So what we're going to have to do, I really hate to have to do this because it kind of sucks, is I'm going to have to put a command block where each of these jukeboxes is, because there just is no other way to do this now. I don't even know whether I'm going to dirty the hands of this account to do that, or whether I'm going to use a different account. Because the idea of this whole... Yeah, the idea of this whole thing is this was all to be done in survival. So this will be the only thing that's custom in the game. And yeah, like I say, I hate to do it, but this is the only way to get the sounds in the game now. So I'm going to get all the sounds in. I'm going to replace all of these jukeboxes, all these combinations. But first I have to do a few things. And those things are things I don't really like to do because they're outside the game. So what I've got to do is I've got to go and find all the sound files from the Java version. Those are things like the heartbeat, ambient noises, the card calling, the card blocking noises. And those are all in Java in MP3 format. So we've got to convert those to OGG format. And then I've got to go and update the sound definitions file. And then once I've done that, we should have all of the sounds ready to play. And then after that, I've just got to go down and place a command block for each of those jukeboxes down in the music room and use the play sound command to get that all done. So that's going to take me a bunch of time. So I'm going to go and do that. So I'm already guessing that the episode is going to be slightly shorter than usual because most of the effort's going to be outside of the game, and that's not going to be very exciting to record. So at the end of this, what I'll do is I'll do a run with all the sounds on, and then hopefully that'll sound a bit better than the previous runs we've had before. And then we're getting pretty close to getting this completed for level 1. There won't be too much to do. And then we can get on to the other levels. Okay, so what some of you may have noticed is I kind of got these blocks in the wrong place. So I removed all of these quartz blocks and I placed the command blocks there. Obviously, we can't open the command blocks because we're in survival and look at what's in there. If you go back to the video, you can probably see the command I put in there. It's really just playing the sound 10 blocks below the player, so we don't have the weirdness of the sound coming out of your left or right ear, which seems to happen if you just play the sound in Bedrock. And then I'm playing to the closest two players. And the reason I'm doing that is in case you have one person in the dungeon and one person sort of around the redstone, kind of keeping an eye on it. So I've pushed it over because otherwise it was playing 3 blocks. So that's the first change. Now the other change is slightly more fiddly than that. So if we try and get up to the top, and this is always a bit fun. Yep. Perfect every time. Okay, so the other thing was there's a bit of a glitch, and you can start to see some command blocks there, and I'll talk about that in a minute. Is if I just go over here, so if you remember, we've got this kind of funky stuff here where these, as the cards are played, it kind of does this pretty cool thing here where using the redstone signal strength and the pulse duration, it can sort of encode and decode on one bit of redstone wire, which is kind of that wire down there that I showed was slightly broken, intentionally broken. Now this I thought worked in Bedrock, but it seems it's not quite working. So it's working in that if I played Sneak, it would play Sneak and it would do the right signal strength, but it would also play everything on the same signal strength for each module going up here. So I can probably simulate that if I could find some redstone dust, which I've lost. 1 second. Okay, dust. So now we've got our dust, what I can do is if I go up to the top and play a card, if I can find my way through by just colliding with a bunch of stuff. Let's try and not die. Let's try and not die properly this time. Okay, cool. So if I get up to here and let's just say chill step. That's one here, so we can simulate that by putting it in here. So you probably heard there it play chill step and smash and grab and something else, and that's because it's playing out of each module. And you would have heard chill step twice, because what I've had to do, because I just can't work out how to resolve this this funky redstone over here, is at the bottom of each of these modules, what happens is as the card gets played, let's just fall down here, a piston pushes an observer down, that powers the block, and that sends the signal strength off. But what I've just done is I've created another set of all of the sounds, and again we can't look in it because we're in survival. But in each of those command blocks is exactly the same commands as before. So we're playing the sounds 10 blocks below the nearest 2 players. So if I just break this again. And then we can go up here and here. Okay, so now if we play chill step. We get it once, so that's pretty cool. So this is a bit of a, and we can do this with a few others like sneak. Sneak. So this is sounding pretty cool to me. Nimble looting's always a cool one. Nimble looting. And then I don't know where loot and scoot is. Loot and scoot. Loot and scoot. Fantastic. So we've got these sounds in the game. Now, these are all created by Tango and his team, and these will be credited appropriately in this video. So these are not things for general use, but because this is decked out too, we're just getting it working in here. So these are not for you to kind of take and put somewhere else if you get a copy of this or any of these sound effects, and you should kind of respect the credit and the rights to this audio, and hopefully I'm doing that appropriately. So that's the card calling, but there's more audio in the game. We know there's heartbeat, and we've got to go and disconnect the heartbeat sensor, and and bring it down here. There's also a couple of other things. So before, I think in this module here, yeah, we had the drones. So we need to replace the drones here. We've got some atmospheric sounds that are a bit random, which that guy's setting off. I've taken most of the music discs out and put them in here, so they're out of the way. And the other thing I wanted to show you is over here. So this is some of the core sounds in the game. And so here we've got the heartbeat, clank blocked, hazard blocked, and hazard up. And these come down on these redstone rail lines all the way down to the system. So we can trigger these from core game and the bus system. What I'm not going to do is replace these, even though this redstone doesn't work because it's trying to single tick that redstone block. Because I'm still hopeful that we'll get some of the jukebox capability, and I've just seen they've extended this in Java, which is really frustrating. So we've kind of got data tags we can put on entities. So you can make your pickaxe, you could make that musical and put it into a jukebox in Bedrock even. But in Java, they've just added the ability to add custom sound to that using data packs. So we'll get there one day. So for this, all I'm going to do is probably around about here where these lines come in, I'm just going to replace these blocks, and I'm going to put command blocks here that play the sounds. And then I can leave all of that intact, slightly disconnected. So I can just sort of disconnect these systems now. So this will remain disconnected, but if we ever get the jukeboxes working, we can come down here and fix this system without having to start completely from scratch. So I've got to get my alt account, which, if you may have noticed, is wearing gloves to touch those filthy command blocks. They'll come in here, we'll replace these, do a couple of the atmospheric ones, and then I think we're ready for a test run to see what the sound sounds like. Sounds good. Sounds. So here's something weird I spotted when I was having a look at updating some of the redstone, in particular this caves Gusts system, which kind of works on the basis there's an armor stand stood on a redstone ore block. It's a deep slate one. And that will randomly give a signal strength when there's an entity stood on it, like an armor stand or a player. The observer detects it, and then the piston pushes it, and that's what was playing the cave Gusts. But I'm going to stand here a while. What I've noticed, I don't know whether this is just a bug in this world or a general Bedrock thing, but the deep slate redstone ore wasn't giving off a signal. There you go. You can see the regular one does, and it was a deep slate redstone ore here before. Okay, so here we are in our test world, and I'm just going to test what we were just looking at. So we just put an observer into each, a piston into each. So you can see here we've got deep slate, and here we've got regular redstone ore, and all I'm going to do is put the random tick speed up to 1,000, which should mean it pulses a lot. Huh. That's definitely proved the case. Deep slate redstone ore doesn't give off a signal with an entity on it. In Bedrock anyway. Right, back to where we were. So following that bit of science, I've updated the cave Gusts system, which is a bit hard to say. So this is now sort of normal redstone ore as opposed to the deep slate stuff in there. And this is working, that's sending out a signal, and then we have the sound playing from there, which we obviously can't touch. I've also put in another piston here which sort of separates that out. So when the game is on, that block will retract back. So any signals coming from here will go straight through. But when the game's off, we won't get any random noise, just because we're using a targeted sound to go to a player as opposed to sort of a range of the dungeon, so people won't hear that elsewhere in the world, which might be a bit annoying. Okay, so we've also got the drone sort of all wired in here. We've got the deep frost drone. Again, we can't look at those because they are we're in survival. All of these are disconnected, but we've left them there just in case we can get that other system working. And then if we go all the way through here, we have the heartbeat, clank block, hazard up, clank it up, heartbeat, clank blocked, hazard up, and hazard blocked. Whew, that's hard to say. So we've got the whole thing kind of working. There's some ambient noises around the dungeon, which we don't have sort of plugged in at the moment. Sort of wood creaking, metal creaking, those kind of things. But I think we are good enough to do a run. Let's go do a run. Okay, so I'm pretty excited to see what this sounds like. So first thing is I've updated this set of buttons as well, so we should hear the audio for this, hopefully. Nice, with a baby noise. Okay, and we should have audio here. Hopefully it's timed with this. Nice, that's working. Okay, so I'll see you in the dungeon. Okay, we've got our compass on our map. The door is still not fixed. We don't have our player on the map, so the map's not working. Okay, let's just do a sound run for now. Embers. Oh, nice. Okay, so we got some sounds. Definitely heard Ember Seeker play. I can't remember what the other card is we get. Treasure Hunter? That's a block noise, but I'm not sure we should have that. Okay, I need to pay attention. Ooh, coin. The river took one. Evil river. This is not the way. There's a guy down there. Is he stuck? I did put an extra bit of wool down there to try and stop these guys getting stuck, but I think they are. He still wants to go that way. I might need to put something else in there. Oh, stumble. I might need to check on the audio levels as well, whether this is all the right. I'll listen back and see how much of this sounds too loud or too quiet. And we can adjust. The droning's working nicely. We've got that overlap. Are we down here or are we somewhere else? We're not here. Must be close to the card system. I think we're in the upper crypt. That's a hazard block sound. I don't think we've got that. So I might be playing incorrectly. At least we got the sound. Stumble. Nice. We have stumble. We have these guys here again. What is it about? There must be something weird here. These guys are... Hello? Lasagna 2 again? Editing. Okay, I thought we'd got Ravagers sorted. Who's this? Are you paying any attention? Peace BO1. Okay, so we've got to work out what's going on here, because I can just walk right by you. This has got to be a pathfinding thing. Okay. We're here for sound. But that is disappointing. Three coins. Four coins. So as well as the Ravagers just not going where they should, I also double keys up there. Not that we can get up there. Yeah, so as well as the Ravagers just being slightly stupid on pathfinding, we need to we need to get them zoned. That might help a little bit, but there's definitely some pathfinding issues. There's the two areas. There's the River of Souls where they're getting stuck, trying to go through that little bit of water stream, and then there's where we just saw them by the TNT pond. That is, yeah, that's a problem. Are we in here again? I'm getting stuck there. Oh, if this guy doesn't move, then I'm just going to have to move some stuff, I think. Yeah, I got really stuck. Yeah, this is not... No waffle. And we got the artifact noise as well. But yeah, this is not what I was hoping for with the Ravagers. They seem to have got stupid again. Yeah, he's kind of got stuck with that one behind him and that one above him. But it seems to have blocked his ability to see me. But yeah, that seems to have blocked his ability to see me for some reason as well, which doesn't make sense. Okay, we're definitely going to come in here with a fishing rod and try and sort these guys out. This guy's just... You can see me, but are you stuck on that lantern? Or that slab? Yeah, at least you're trying, Bedrock. No one else is trying. Oh, yeah. We got him. We helped. Okay, this is a bit better. By better, I mean... Okay, we open? We open. See, I appreciate it, Bedrock. At least you're trying. You're trying. Good, Ravager. Will you pathfind down here? Yeah. I should probably move a bit quicker. So he's even doing the thing where he's trying to get underneath me. Oh no, I don't know where he is. Oh yeah, very much underneath me. Right, let's just hope this hazard hasn't gone. Okay, right, let's go straight out. You are dumb. Seven keys. This is insane. Right, you are also stuck. We need to fix you. By rights, I should be dead at least 3 times over now. What do I do with the keys? Oh, you're not there. You're not... No, you're not supposed to be there. Okay, that's a different kind of problem. Okay, we definitely need to get out of here. I don't want a creeper blowing stuff up. That's just not helpful. That's what I'm most worried about now, is that creeper. Okay, heartbeat's getting up. That's good. Let's just hope there's no more creepers. The light levels in this place. Sounds like we've just got to max clank. I missed some sound. Okay, so still not perfect. Let's get our artifact. These coins don't really do anything, so let's just collect them so I don't have to sort any of that kind of stuff out later. Let's see if we can survive the guy at the end. So this will be an interesting challenge. We've got one guy down here. And he should be... Yep, he's quicker. So close. Well, at least that rabbit is paying attention. I think some other ones are getting... I think some of the other ones are getting stuck by the environment. Yeah, we got our Amber Seeker. And 9 tropical fish. And we got a waffle. Should we have a treasure hunter as well in there? I'll look back and see whether we're missing a card. I think we should have a treasure hunter in there as well. Okay, so I'd say that's a reasonably successful run of the sounds. We've still got some problem with Ravagers. That needs to be fixed next, I think. We need Ravagers to be chasing us, not getting stuck on blocks, not trying to pathfind into weird places. We definitely need creepers not to be in there. That's going to be a bad thing. But we can't really test light levels. If anyone knows a good way of testing light levels in Bedrock, that'd be good. But yeah, we'll get that fixed. And then I think we're in a really good place, and we should then be very close to moving down to level 2. So let's just try and get a last push on level 1, get some stuff working, and then get down to level 2 as quickly as we can. But always appreciate you being here. So yeah, see you next time. Bye.